In the water for Herman the German.
Well, let's talk about that, because that's really one of the funniest stories. I mean, the whole book is terrific.
Oh, golly. After every recess, one of my duties was to stand right at the corner of the docket where Herman the German sat, and I stood there at parade rest, you know. Mm-hmm. And you were just a fixture. It made it look nice, you know. And invariably, he would say to me, "Wasser, bitte," water, please. Okay. So that meant I had to go down to the Lister bag, which was heavily chlorinated, of course, and I'd get a paper cup and bring it to him, you know, and he'd taste it. Yeah. He'd say, "Bah, Americanisch," and he'd hand it back to me. Now that meant I had to take another walk down to get rid of the water and get rid of the cup, you know. I decided I was sick of that, you know, so I decided, gee, I'll take a walk, I'll go get the paper cup and I'll go down to the bathroom and I'll scoop it out of the toilet. Now, it was flushed, okay, but in my idea, I got him anyway. Yeah, brought him the water and he drank it and he tasted that. It was pretty good. He says, yeah. He says, "Gut Wasser." I says, "I got you, babe." There was quite an exchange going on between von Schirach, who spoke, again, like I said, perfect English, and they were more or less arguing back and forth like that, you know, and of course we heard all of it, and they called a recess, and of course we could relax at that time. Von Schirach turned to me and he said, "But our Hitler Youth was nothing more than your Boy Scouts." Mm-hmm. Well, I says, I don't remember my exact words, but I said, I fought the Hitler Youth, and I says they were vicious, really. And I says, and our Boy Scouts weren't taught to use weapons. He turned to me, he turned away from me, never said a word. And you know, he never even looked at me again. Every time he came in the elevator, if our eyes met, he'd put his head down, you know. I said, "You're Boy Scouts baloney," you know. Isn't that what an awful thing to say, huh?